Hi, this is Alex from devstories.eu. GitLab CI/CD, episode 10 of 14. If your team relies on asking in Slack to know who just pushed to the staging server, you have a visibility gap in your workflow. You need a definitive automated way to track exactly what code is running where at any given second, and that is exactly the problem solved by GitLab Environments and deployments. In GitLab, an environment is a logical tracking entity. GitLab does not automatically provision your servers or spin up your cloud infrastructure just because you created an environment. The environment is simply a label. It tells GitLab that a specific job in your pipeline is responsible for pushing code into a specific destination, like staging or production. You set this up by adding the environment keyword directly inside your deployment job. You provide a static name for the destination. For example, you might create a job called Deploy to Staging, and inside that job, you set the environment name to Staging. The script section of your job still handles the actual work. It runs the commands that copy files, apply configurations, or restart remote services. Consider the scenario where you are deploying a new release candidate. You merge your code and the pipeline starts. It builds the application, runs your test suite, and reaches the deployment staging job. Because you attached the environment keyword to this job, GitLab changes how it treats the execution. It watches the job output closely. When your deployment script finishes and the job exits successfully, GitLab registers a formal deployment event for the staging environment. Here is the key insight. Using that single keyword activates an entire suite of deployment tracking features within the GitLab interface. If you navigate to the Operate menu on the sidebar and select Environments, you are presented with a dashboard showing the real-time status of your deployment targets. For your staging environment, you no longer have to guess what is running. The dashboard displays the exact commit hash currently active, the branch that commit came from, the author of the code, and how long ago the deployment finished. It creates an immutable shared record of the server's state. Everyone on the project has the exact same visibility without needing to check server logs or ask colleagues. Clicking into the staging environment reveals the full deployment history. This historical record is what enables manual rollbacks directly from the user interface. If a new release candidate completely breaks the staging server, fixing it does not require writing a revert commit or manually constructing an older pipeline. You open the history list, identify the last known successful deployment, and click the rollback button next to it. GitLab immediately reruns the deployment job from that older, stable commit. It replaces the broken code and restores your staging environment to a working state fast. By using the environment keyword, you bridge the gap between running scripts and tracking actual deployments. It turns an isolated pipeline job into a clear, visible record of what software version currently lives on your infrastructure. I would like to take a moment to thank you for listening. It helps us a lot. Have a great one.